Welcome back to another video for you to watch right here, right now. Hope you enjoy. Make sure you smash that like button, make sure you smash that subscribe button for daily Chelsea transfer news updates. Enjoy. Kai Havertz has officially revealed why or what role Frank Lampard played in the £90 million transfer away from Bayer Leverkusen to Chelsea FC in West London. He has said officially that Frank Lampard was one of his idols growing up, and he's a huge fan of him, and he likes to score goals. He's very offensive, and this is an official quote that he said. He was very offensive like me. He loves to score goals. I love to score goals. He will help me a lot in my position, and also maybe on the things I can improve. I can't wait to work with him. It's very exciting because Chelsea have very young players, and also some of the players I've played with for the national team, so they're good friends of mine. Hopefully we can have much success. It is really nice seeing that players all across the world are identifying Chelsea as a brilliant place to, if you're a young player, to come and prove yourself to the world. Just like Timo Werner wanted to join, and now Kai Havertz as well. However, there is a player in the Chelsea squad that's unhappy with the transfer, but you've got to wait around until later to find out who that player was. It's good to see Havertz wants to improve into a world-class player. He's only 21 years old and is costing £90 million to Chelsea, and he wants to learn even more. He wants to become even better, which is the right mindset to have. Frank Lampard is obviously, arguably, Chelsea's best ever player, as he's the top Chelsea goal scorer, and he was a midfielder. Didier Drogba was also a brilliant player, but he was a striker, but Frank Lampard still managed to score more goals than him. Comment down below who you think the best Chelsea player ever is. Is it Eden Hazard, maybe? Is it Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba? Is it Petr Cech, who's now in the backroom staff? I don't know, you tell me. Chelsea have officially signed a brand new goalkeeper in Teddy Sharman-Lowe from Burton Albion. He has put in very steady performances for Burton Albion in goal during pre-season, and he will be going back to Burton Albion on loan, I think, for the remainder of the 2020 to 2021 season, which is interesting because he's only 17 years old, and if Burton really want to have him back in their squad, it must mean that he's going to be their number one. I don't know, I'm not a Burton Albion fan, I don't really follow them, but if you are and you know of Teddy Sharman-Lowe, is he their number one goalkeeper? Because maybe Chelsea are interested in picking up a goalkeeper for the future, as they already do have the likes of Jamie Cumming in as their third choice keeper, probably soon to become fourth choice keeper. But he is a good player. I've seen in training, the little videos of them training. He looks like a very good shot stopper. I know the question you're all wondering and thinking to yourself, is this going to be the guy who's going to be competing with Kepa Arrizabalaga or even replacing him? No, it's not. He's 17 years old, he's going back on loan to Burton, and Chelsea are reportedly going to be stepping up their interest in Rennes goalkeeper Edouard Mendy, who is 28 years old. Despite the fact that they've priced him at £30 million, Chelsea think that he'd be a great competitor for Kepa Arrizabalaga to try and push Kepa to his best and maximum potential. I think Chelsea have just signed him for the future, just being wary for the future. They don't want to have another goalkeeper nightmare. Fee is actually not been announced by either club yet, but we understand that with add-ons included, the fee could go up to in the millions, which is 7 figures, which is interesting because I'm not seeing Teddy Sharman-Lowe play, but surely he's got to be good if Chelsea FC have signed him for something in the millions. Despite lots of links linking Michy Batshuayi away from Chelsea, he has now pinned a new contract with the Blues, as his contract was set to run out next summer, which would make him available for free. Chelsea did pay £33 million for him a couple of years ago from Marseille, but he's never really been the clinical finisher that Chelsea signed up for a couple of years back. He has shown glimpses of amazingness and especially when he tucked that finish away against West Brom to clinch Chelsea the title a few years ago. But he's never been really reliable. It's obvious that there's a great striker in there. He can finish, but he's just not got confidence. A bit like Kepa, he's lost all confidence. And now that he's going to be 4th choice in the Chelsea squad, it did look like he was going to be leaving to Leeds maybe, but they've now signed Rodrigo from Valencia, who looks to be a very tidy signing. Or maybe he could be going to Newcastle. But now he's pinned a new contract, increasing his wages by £15,000 a week. But now he could go on loan to Newcastle, Crystal Palace, where Chelsea pay half the wages, or maybe 60%, 40%, I'm not sure, to let him try and bring out the best inside of him. He's now 26, so he has not completely reached his prime, probably hitting it right now, which when we signed him a couple of years ago, it did look like he was going to be a good young signing, but he's not really lived up to that, let's all be honest. Lastly, like I said earlier, there is a player in the Chelsea squad that is unhappy with the signing of Kai Havertz, despite the fact that he is hopefully going to bring some much needed quality to this Chelsea team. And that player is Mason Mount. Mason Mount had a brilliant breakthrough season just gone, but is reportedly unhappy with the club record signing, as it will make it even harder to get into the first team. Chelsea did look like they had a good midfield last season. It's just maybe we needed a striker to finish up and gobble up all the chances that Chelsea create, and that player is Timo Werner. And also maybe a creative player that could just, when Chelsea need him the most, he turns up and brings something completely special, a bit like Eden Hazard was, and that player is Hakim Ziyech. Also, they did really need upgrades to the defence, and they've gone out their way to sign Ben Chilwell and Thiago Silva, with another centre-back looking likely maybe, and also a replacement goalkeeper or a competitor for Kepa Arrizabalaga. It didn't really look like Chelsea needed a midfielder, but they have gone out their way to sign Kai Havertz for £90 million, which is their club record signing. They already had some brilliant midfielders in Billy Gilmour, who proved himself against some of the top teams like Liverpool, one man of the match on his debut against the champions in the end, which is very impressive. And also Mateo Kovacic, he was Chelsea's player of the season last season, and maybe Chelsea could play N'Golo Kante a bit deeper, sitting behind Havertz and his partner, who could be Mason Mount or Mateo Kovacic or Billy Gilmour or Loftus-Cheek. He's also had a pretty horrible, nasty Achilles injury that he's only just recovered from, and also Jorginho. But I do think Jorginho should leave. I don't know if he will leave this summer, but I think he should leave to free up some funds for another centre-back signing. Thanks a lot for watching this Chelsea transfer news update. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button to show some support to me, my channel, and also Chelsea Football Club. Thanks for watching and goodbye.